Here's what I'm working on today, just to kind of say hi to you guys. I know I haven't posted anything today, but this is a 2016 BMW X4 228i with a 2-liter turbo, the N20 engine, and this valve cover was just leaking all the way around. You can see all the oil that had accumulated down. Let's see if I can put the flash on. You can see all that fresh oil and stuff in there. I just got this off, which was a bear. You got to pull the fuel rail off. You have to pull the fuel rail assembly off. You have to pull the high pressure pump off. You have to disconnect everything here and kind of get it back out of the way. You pull your wiring harness over here out of the way. Here's my wiring harness that's for my ignition coil and my injectors, my ground and everything like that. I'll put that in last. Then when you go to when you install your new gaskets for everything, some people replace the whole cover. I don't really like too many of the aftermarket covers, so I typically like to reuse the one if it was just a gasket leak and not a cracked piece of plastic. It looks like somebody was in here before and were just kind of careless with what they did, so they may have resealed it once already and they just did a real bad job. I can tell this is a new oil filter cooler housing unit. They like to leak right here in this gasket, and then they leak down the front of the engine. If you look down there, see a bunch of oil. Look right there at the alternator. There was a bunch of oil on the front of that. So this ended up getting a new housing at some point, but putting everything back together should be pretty clean cut and easy. I used the Victor, what is it called? The Victor Rains. The kit that I used was Victor Rains sealing products. And see if I can find a part number. Part number is 15-10027-01. It's kind of hidden right there. And then it's again over here on the top. Now, basically I used a E6, a 8mm socket, a 10mm socket, I believe, like a 17mm wrench, T40 Torx for the vacuum pump on the back has got to come off, and you got to good luck getting it out, because these bolts are really hard to get out if you got bigger arms and forearms and stuff like me. Yeah, pretty clean cut and dry overall. Let me snug everything down, start putting everything back together. I'll show you all what it looks like. Alright, this is what it looked like put back together. I used the E6 and E10, and what I mean by that is, look at they're inverted. These are Torx sockets, E10 and E6. I used the 17mm wrench, 14mm wrench. On the back of the pump, make sure you get the studs, not the little screws, but the big studs. I think they're T40s. I used a 39-piece hex bit ratchet set. Here's the part number. And I got all these bits, and basically what I use is I'll do like the adapter in the kit, and then I'll go to like an 8mm for the ground cables for the injectors and stuff, and then I'll swap that out. And I've got a 1/4 to 3/8 adapter that I use while doing this job as well. Now what I'm going to end up doing is I got a couple things left to put on here. I got to put the caps that go over the fuel rail. Everything's tightened up, everything's put back together, everything's clipped back into its factory location. Be careful when you pull the vacuum line off of the vacuum pump in the back. Don't be too aggressive with that, because you might end up breaking it. And then same thing here on these plastic tabs. Be very careful when you're trying to release this from the valve cover. The residual oil down there on the catalytic converter is going to smoke off a little bit, as long as the engine itself is not leaking. We're good. Well, I don't have much else for you other than what I gave you, and that's pretty much it. The car ran well, no more leaks, no more nothing like that, no more smoking or anything. So job well done. I just definitely do not enjoy working on BMWs, but it is what it is. It's work, right? Y'all be blessed. Take care.